Season 2 is starting in 2 days as of me recording this. I'm going to try to get this up before the start of Season 2. And I don't know much about the coming content. I've tried to stay in the dark. I, of course, know of the actually 3 new characters coming, plus the dog. But as far as what we're going to do with those characters, and how their kits look, and Sharon's red mods that are coming, I've tried to stay in the dark. And I am going to just have hopefully a quick overview of all the gear that I've accumulated so far in the exactly 5 months that this game has been out. And we'll quickly just try to skim through everything. I've got the additional 14th slot that I paid for on top of Kyle's. This will probably be for Keelan or Sharon, seeing how those go. Don't really need to go through these in detail because they're pretty much all 4-piece Slayer. And, you know, I've got my gun build for Haley. That's pretty much the only one that varies. That's insane. The external components in this game are not very balanced. The Slayer set is far and away the best. But let's go to the storage first. Actually, before we go to the storage,
if there's something you need, you'll need.
Got a catalyst cooking, of course. Decent amount of rerolls for a gun. And I'm actually going to make another batch of these. I have a good feeling that we're going to need a crap ton of them. So, 10 million gold. I have got 70 million right now. Just past 69 million. Nice. See you later. I'll see you in 16 hours. Not too hot in the energy activators. Fortunately, from the login event, I'm going to get another one. But definitely need to start hitting these 6%ers. And the Perforator and the Divine Punishment are pretty much the only guns that aren't built fully. If you look at everything, my Cavalry is done. And during Legacy, I got 2 of them. I have 15 resets in the Python. We'll talk about that in a second. Thunder Cage, Final Masterpiece built up. Hopefully Fallen Hope gets buffed very soon. I'm excited to dump some catalyst into that. Didn't touch the Eternal Willpower at all after using an Energy Activator like an idiot. I've got 15 resets in the Secret Garden. Greg's not the biggest fan. Will never use the King's Guard Lance, and then Clairvoyance could use some adjustments. Frostwatcher is pretty underwhelming, considering the rolls I have on it. Wave of Light's decent. I like the Peacemaker. The Devotion's pretty good. We'll probably work on the Perforator at some point, and the Blue Beetle is good to just hold and never fire, so don't need to touch that. Got a Piercing Light and Afterglow, some decent amount of investment because of Haley. Executor feels good. If we actually look at the guns and the rolls on them, the storage bin. Go to the inventory first. What are we holding? Wave of Light. Electrotech is worthless, but don't need any crit rate, and I don't feel like rerolling for Colossus because the weapon is, I don't think it warrants the investment. I recently put Order of Truth on the Thunder Cage because it just feels the best against that faction, and I think long term I'm going to start having certain guns be viable specifically against those factions, and Secret Garden is next. If they make the nanotubes easier to get, I want to have the bonus firearm attack versus each legion. And spoilers, I did that for this Piercing Light. A for Order of Truth, B for Immortality, C for Colossus, and D for Darkness. The Darkness one is the best. When I'm doing this, the first thing I do is to try to get a gold roll on the legion or the faction, and then I'll just take purples or golds for the other 3. This one has crit rate. It doesn't matter too much. Like the blue firearm attack percent. Wow, I'm missing 1.3%. Like it's not that big of a deal. Ironically, the Colossus one is probably the worst, but it is what it is. Final Masterpiece. Because of Freyna, I have a lot of 12% rounds per magazine rolls to make her ult as good as possible. We're going to keep a track of that. We got the Thunder Cage and the Final Masterpiece. I have 5 Pythons. Colossus Electric, Colossus Chill, Colossus Fire, Colossus Toxic, and Colossus with Crit. And that is because of the min-maxing I want to do with Glay, and I just got this Reactor. This is somehow my best Dimension Colossus combo. For this week only, shipment base is double dropping here. Normally it's split, but we're also getting non-attribute general rounds dimension. So for the next week, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna upgrade this. I want at least one of them to be gold, and I don't care about the mounting. I'll put Python on it. But for now, we'll hold this just in case I don't get a better one. I've gotten some pretty damn good upgrades so far, but not for the stupid Colossus Dimension combo. So we looked at the piercing lights. The perforator is pretty good. Peacemaker always also has 12%, so let's see, that's 3. Here's another one that's 4. My Frost Watcher is clean. Those are pretty much all like very high rolls too. Like, but that's 5, right? My two Enduring Legacies, one with Colossus that I use, on Enzo or Haley who don't need the crit rate. Blue Beetle, ugh. The Albion Cavalry Gun. This did not take too many rerolls. Holy cow. Tongue twister. Don't care about the clean 12%. And the hipfire accuracy is actually pretty nice. And then the Afterglow. Last Dagger. Oh boy. Not good. Not a good weapon. Along with the Battle Pass rocket launcher. My Greg's is fine. Fallen Hope is just fine as well. My Executor is actually pretty damn good. Divine Punishment is kind of terrible. Same with the Excava. The Battle Pass weapons just stink. And the Clairvoyance, I've not put too much investment in at all. I want to end up building an Eternal Willpower one day. And I remember just getting this with random loot. I didn't re-roll it once, and these were the 4 stats. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to keep this, and I've had it for months. Reactor time. We're going to go through every single one. Don't want to talk about them specifically. I mean, this is a god roll. But I have min-maxed my reactors about as well as you will find anyone's gear on this game. The attention to detail, I mean, look at this. I actually just got this like an hour ago. That is perfect for Valby. Had this forever. But yeah, just like on the piercing light, I try to name Order of Truth A, C for Colossus. I just got this 2633.5 like 2 or something is max roll. So this one I'd like to get the Python on for sure, but I want to see what the reactor changes are going to be, because even though it's only 30 skill power, it's going to be more damage, and the cooldown is irrelevant. As long as it's purple or higher, you will have the infinite loop on Glay. This is the one I've been using on Kyle, these two. This one is amazing. I remember Dead Bride dropped that. Some Eugen purple reactors. My Haley ones are not very impressive, unfortunately. I completely wasted the Frost Watcher mounting on this. I didn't realize how expensive the quantum crystals and stuff were. I thought it was just the gold at first, but it also costs 325,000 quantum crystals. Which, if we look at my basic material, I just spent 325,000 to craft 10 million gold worth more, so I can't even do that again. And I've blown a lot. I remember I had like 4 million and I checked and I was under 600,000. I was like, whoa, what happened? They're all gone. Turned in a bunch of amorphous material last night, chasing catalyst blueprints, which I am sitting on 19 of, and look at that, 1,200 blue brains, all trying to get this stupid Glay reactor. Ridiculous. Alright, back into the dungeon. Those are all the reactors. Then I've got some good Slayer gear. I have got some very good Slayer gear. That's the money one right there. It's not on because I'm on Kyle. EC search radius. Pretty much only keep those for Enzo because it affects how close you need to be to a vault in order to scan it to get the materials it drops, of course. I actually like 4-piece Frozen Heart on Kyle just for that additional 4-piece cooldown bonus. The distorted sensor not having double MP is the only component that I'm like missing on. My Annihilation gear is basically perfect. I have good battle aesthetics memory gear. It's just that damn green sensor because of the split drops from Deathstalker. I have about 160 clears so far and still have not gotten the damn double MP sensor. Quite frustrating. Acrobat gear is actually really important. 4-piece bonus with a 21% firearm is really nice. I actually also don't have... Oh no, there it is. I'm an idiot. If you ever want to check how many boss clears you have for Gluttony and Deathstalker, just check your Peacemaker mats. Not that many, so it takes 20 to craft an fully enhanced one. So, I've actually killed Deathstalker more than Gluttony. I did not know that. Did not kill him that many times, but Deathstalker, quite a few. Alright, so then into the storage, we went through these. These are the reactors we're sitting on. I don't know if it's public information on what Keelan scales off of, so I've been saving singular dimension and fusion toxic reactors just in case. So if some of these look worthless, they probably are. We got a cooldown Colossus, cooldown Tech just in case of split scalings, Secret Garden mounting. This one could be insane if he's full dimension. I mean, this is very much ideal. I pretty much just try to keep cooldown combined with a faction or their main scaling one. Their modifier, I guess. So this, let's see, we just saw it, toxic. When I do my settings, I usually turn off toxic, chill, non-attribute, electric, and fire because you only get a 4% damage bonus if it's gold roll. Or if it's a modifier boost like this would be an 8% damage boost. So this is just outclassed. I remember I saw this just on a whim, and I was like, you know what, it's Secret Garden. It's got good substats, I'll keep it just in case. If he doesn't need dimension, it'll be gone. Kept the purple one just in case, you never know. This one, I'm hoping I can get Secret Garden on for cheap because that's double max roll. I will link in the description what the roll windows are, but 0.074 is the highest cooldown, and 0.085 is the highest for the skill power. These are pretty sexy. Some bunny stuff. Same with the electric ones. The Ignis, I can't remember her name. I think she's coming in like February. We don't know what she's going to be scaling off of. Probably not singular, so we've kept some tech ones and some fusion and dimension just in case. And I've bought swords spots in the past, and we're also every week from the vendor we get 2 to 4 extra slots, so it's been nice. It's been adding up. A lot of different non-attribute ones because of course those descendants are the most in the cast, so there's going to be a lot of variations. This one, like this one right here, is ideal for Eugen. Lower the skill cost, max cooldown roll, just because it's purple doesn't affect his healing too much, and you don't need to worry about the mounting of when you cast his abilities. I've had this forever. I've never used it, but pretty damn good. Just in case I want to ever melee, we've got one right there, baby. Sub attack power. Worthless for now. This one, man, I wish the Peacemaker buff was a little bit bigger. It's outshined by the Secret Garden buff, but it's also 100% trigger rate, unlike the Secret Garden's Troll 50% trigger rate. I really thought that this one was money. It's not as good as I thought it was. My standards have definitely been lower on the Haley reactors. They're very high on the Viesa ones. So we got double crit fusion, no, not double crit, crit damage infusion, cooldown crit, another cooldown crit, just because the mountings are good, fusion cooldown, double damage, again, I mean, I've had this forever, I don't want to get rid of it. That one's insane. Viesa's got some toys, that is for sure. Oh yeah. And then have not really played Blair, so I don't know if any of these are good. Try to go a little faster. We're just sitting on them just in case. And then some backup Lepic reactors. Before we finish the components, show the investment on the characters. So Kyle I've fallen in love with in the past like 3 weeks. He's one of the best characters in the game. Viesa, of course, Queen. Lepic. Ajax to 6. How do I, let's see, details, module settings. This is the only build that I've used. This could be anything. Nothing else. No bossing build. Just run around, jumping around the void charge, and this is all you need. So, whoops, hello. What am I doing? Enzo, some decent investment. Eugen, 14 and 15 catalysts on Bunny and Glay. Got 11 in the Haley. She does not need an ultimate. She's so good, she doesn't need an ultimate or red mods to be one of the best characters in the game. It's ridiculous. Falby, Freyna, normal Bunny, and then, yeah, just nothing in Blair. Still don't like Ultimate Viesa. Messed around with Sharon a little bit, and then don't like Luna or SMO. Ugh, I got them to 40, pump and dump. Get out of here. Got some veteran marksman gear, just chilling here just in case, you know, I want a 2-piece or even use the 4-piece. Hopefully they end up buffing these other sets because I'm sitting on some good stuff and they take a lot of space having all 4. But they're just outclassed by the Slayer set. It is very unfortunate. Like the Polar Knight set you would think would be pretty damn good for the chill characters. Nope. Not good enough. Also, if you're wondering what combination of perks you'd want on these pieces, I think that this is a pretty good display. Processor, shield, equipment, and toxic. All you need. Don't need shield recovery modifier. The auxiliary powers, HP, and MP or fire resistance. Don't need anything else. The Kuiper or module drop rate, no. I've had this forever. But I don't want to get rid of it. Because it is, unfortunately, outclassed by this. So, this one is special to me. The sensors can have a lot of variations because of the characters that don't need MP. And then the memories are kind of the same, but you want MP recovery on a majority of them. Damn, is that it? That one a lot. That wasn't too bad. 20 minutes in. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do a speed run of my build so far too. So I really would like to get actual build guides videos again, but there's just between a job and then having this as the second job, there's not a lot of time to actually make said videos and have them with decent quality. So I'm just gonna go through these real quickly in case anyone wants to net deck. If he has a build, I really don't think this character needs a gold mod, so that's the only one I'm gonna show. This is the best. This character is so much fun. Teleport faster. Gun on gun, you're done. No abilities necessary. Whenever you're fighting, choose the immunity option. the solo boss build, or just, you know, we're gonna one phase this. 400% build. What's this one? This is the no crit bossing build. And then for right now, this is Deathstalker. It was for Gluttony. And he is perfectly viable as a gun character in any boss fight. We showed Ajax, show Enzo. They need to fix focus fire with multi-talented. It does not work. And the best part is his crit rate is not that bad. Yeah, it's 10%. It's Bunny's base, so we could get him some crit going. But it's just not viable right now, and this shit is bugged. Eugen. This character is insane. With no red mod, you can cleanse your team and have them not have the poison stacks or the toxic skulls build up against Deathstalker. I don't think enough people know that, unfortunately. Bunny, this is the OG build. This is not the OG build. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Not a fan of the non-high voltage builds, but I can see that they are better than the 400%. That's for damn sure.
Oh, my beloved daughter Daya.
The Gluttony, the cooldown loop, the gun build. No, I got it backwards. This is the gun build, cooldown loop, and the one phase. One phasing bosses. One phasing bosses with their gun. Running around in dungeons with their gun. And I think this looks like I was trying to fight Gluttony. Yeah. Have not used Valby much recently, but I really like Hydro Pressure Bomb. When I was using her as strictly as a support, I would definitely want another C mod to get where is it? Cold antibody, or maximize cold chill resist. But then you don't want chill resist on the sensor because you want double MP because you're going to be spamming the absolute shit out of Spiral Tidal Wave. And then I've never really used Supply Moisture, not a fan. So usually this build is for when I'm flying around a circle and I have no range buffs. Yeah. Trying to farm.
What do you get when you mix?
Then you have one of the best characters in like video game history. I thought it was Bunny, it's actually Freyna. This is your 400% build for good for co-op and solo. This is good for one fight using any boss. This is for invasions when I want to run faster. But you can just roll the whole time, so I rarely use this one. Let's see, this is for Deathstalker and using her ult on a decent loop. Yep, with a gold cooldown roll in Reactor. You have a 20-second ult. And then this is turning her into an absolute truck. And just using her gun basically only. And she's like unkillable because her 2 gives her 5% shield recovery per second. This is on an infinite loop. And as long as you don't run out of MP, which you won't because you have energy collection and maximized conservation, you are just basically invulnerable. Let's see. I do want to show off the Secret Garden investment. So we put a crap ton of resets in this spot specifically because that's where the enhancement goes. So we got Fire 1, Real Life Fighter for Gluttony, shooting on this easy weak spot. It's easy to build the stacks. Chill. Freyna is the max ammo plus whatever ammo I want. Our Master is for the homie Lepic, and you cannot have more than 50% reload speed. So if I put this on, it will say max. So you don't need to maximize these both out. But with 15 mod slots, I mean, I can mess around and put pretty much anything anywhere. It's really nice when you overinvest. Wish there's an easier way to show off skins. I haven't bought any for Lepic. For Viessa, I got the swimsuit one. Of course. I mean, of course. I've shown Kyle's. I got Enzo's glasses. Nothing for Eugen. For Bunny, still working on maximizing the evolutions. So we're almost done. Not really. We're 3/4 away on the body. And about halfway on the damn mask. But she's looking good. Clay, at the moment that they revealed that this skin was going to come back from the beta, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to get that skin. It's just amazing looking. Nothing for Haley, and then the swimsuit
What do you get when you mix?
for Valby,
What do you get when you mix?
and I feel like my frame is looking pretty good. Change the arms and her hair. There's more I'd like to do with that, but I'm not trying to blow paint and actually figure out what I want here. Oh my god, I mean that looks awful. Jesus Christ. Ugh, get me out of here.